In the face of adversity and or amidst the pursuit of dreams, it is our inner strength that becomes the guiding force, leading us through the shadows and towards our aspirations. Jane Osemwegie is an author whose recent book, Unleashing Your Inner Power, consistently ranking amongst Amazon's bestsellers. Jane joins me now to share his insights into her work. Welcome to the show, Jane.
Hi.
How are you?
I am blessed. Thanks for asking.
That's lovely. I am blessed. That's a great answer to a first question. I want you to tell us a little, before we jump into your book, I want you to tell me a little bit about yourself, you know, where you are, where you're from, kind of thing. I just asked about your last name because we were trying to make sure that I got it right. Respectfully honor your forefathers, your grandfathers. Tell us how that works.
Thank you. My name is Jane Osemwegie. I'm a Nigerian. I was born and raised in Nigeria.
Nice.
I am the Vice President of Operations in IIBA in Nova Scotia chapter, and also the past area director of Area 45 in Distinguished Toastmaster as well in Toastmaster International. I'm also a Distinguished Toastmaster. Toastmaster is a public speaking club that helps improve leadership skills and presentation skills.
Lovely.
I've been in Toastmasters for 8 years now. I am also a top voice in LinkedIn, top voice in AI, artificial intelligence as well, public speaking, mentoring, coaching, product management, and agile methodology as well. I'm an individual, a young lady who lives life as positively as possible. I love to empower people around me.
Yes.
I love positivity as well. I love to help my local community and help to see my local communities thrive and grow. I'm also the past Secretary General of Association of Nigerians in Nova Scotia. I'm really happy to be here and meeting you.
That is a lot. So bless your heart, and I just pray that your path continues to grow and flourish.
Amen.
So tell me the reason behind, why you wrote Unleashing Your Inner Power.
So in 2020, late 2021, I started mentoring some group of people from diverse background, in different locations as well. So I meet them and I get to mentor them, and we meet bi-weekly.
Yes.
They all come with their different stories. People come, share their stories with me. They come talk about, okay, I'm trying to move into this career. Some are trying to do well in their personal lives as well. And they all come with different, challenging stories and all. And they all do resonate to me as well. And I share tips and insights with them on how they're able to navigate those hurdles, those roadblocks. Because I keep telling them that roadblocks are inevitable. As far as you're on life,
Yes.
you're well. As far as you're alive, those roadblocks are there. And then more times, they're more like a distraction, stopping you, preventing you from not reaching your
That's
goals.
right.
So when I share those insights and tips with them, I know often they come back to me, Jane, those tips are working. I'm seeing a lot of difference.
Right.
The direction is sweeping, is changing. So last year during the summer, I was just on my way to get some grocery, and something and a thought came to my mind and said, Jane, why don't you put those tips and insight that you share with your mentee into a book so you can reach the wider audience? And the goal is for you to impact a lot of people, to reach out to people as well. So why don't you put those tips and insights, and you're getting testimonies from your mentees that are working, why don't you write them in the book? Oh, and an inner voice came to me, Jay, you want to be an author? I just told myself, writing a book, can I really write? How do I become an author? The next day I had this positive energy, Jay, write. So I, over the weekend, during the weekend, I wrote and I did the introduction. I said, wow, you get at it. So let me just keep doing at it. So that's what really inspired me to write it. And I was really amazed that I could, write the book and become an author. I never thought one day that I would be a published author.
My next question for you, because I read through some of your book as well, and I was going to ask you to share some of the insights and strategies from within the book, because I stumbled across the page of setting boundaries and cultivating your positive, affirmations. And those are things that I put into practice, right? And when you do those things and you run into somebody who don't do that, it kind of causes some friction,
It disconnects.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So can you talk about some of that, like in terms of like those of us who exercise, some of your principles and strategies, that we shouldn't take it as a negative when people don't respond right away because they haven't put those into practice in their own life. So do you want to share?
Yeah, I'm a very big fan of positive affirmations because I do that every day. It's more like a ritual for me. Like I do that every day because I strongly believe that it's what you put out there in the world that comes
Is what
back
you
to
think.
you, and what you say to yourself comes back to you, because the universe is listening as well.
Right.
Because when you say positive things to yourself, it's
Right.
more like you're commanding the universe, hey, I want this positive energy to come to me. I want you to
Positive.
bring this to me as well. So saying positive affirmation to yourself, it's a very big strategy for one to be able to navigate
Yeah.
life hurdles, to position your mindset, because everything starts from the mind. So when you keep telling yourself, I am blessed, I am lifted, all things are working for my good, the universe respond to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they
I love
respond to that because they see and they push those energy back to you as well. Because it's very impertinent for one to be in the driver's seat of his own life, because if you're not, life will drive you. Because when you are in the driver's seat of your own life, it's more like you're commanding those things to come to you. Even though situations around you might not see it there, but it's going to come one day if you keep
Right,
believing, keep saying it, keep positive, keep, as you say those positive things, the universe is aligning you to
With what you're
those.
what you're speaking, right?
Exactly. It's aligning you as well. And people begin, and it changes your aura. It changes you when you come into an environment. People say, yeah, this is the kind of person. It sparks that you're a light.
I love that. It also reminds me of this principle of sowing and reaping. What you put in, you get out.
Exactly. It's a law.
It is, exactly. Okay, so how do you define inner power, and why is that so important?
Well, I'll say that it's really very important to me, and also in today's dynamic, fast-paced world, social media world, and where everybody, wants to get those validations. Don't get me wrong, validations, those external validations are right, are cool, they are nice when you get people to affirm you.
But it doesn't set the precedent.
Exactly.
Right.
You get people to affirm you, to say, oh, you're doing fantastic, I like what you're doing, But it's nice, but you don't really have control over those external validations, because at times when you want people to affirm you, they don't even see you. They don't even want to affirm you.
Yes,
and they're not even there for you, and they are also going through their own struggles.
Right.
So it's very pertinent for you to develop those intrinsic motivations, those inner power, because that's how you will live a healthier life, a happy life, and you will be more in tune to yourself, to your soul, and you'll be more in tune to the bigger light that what the universe has for you. So the inner power to me is ability for you to live happier, to be healthier, to stay connected to yourself, to be motivated, to keep driving, to keep moving, because it's when you have those inner strength to keep driving, even when people don't see those goals for you, even when people don't affirm you, people don't support you, you keep supporting yourself. And trust me, people turn around, they will come back and support you. It's normal. People who are successful in the world, they'll tell you, people never affirmed me, people never supported me, people never believe in me. But when you see you believe in yourself, you keep striving, people change, they'll come back and support you and be a bigger fan.
Attraction.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it, Jane. I love it. So let's keep going. So what personal experiences influenced the concept and idea behind, your book? Can you share some of that?
As someone who I lost my mom as a young teenager, and that was really
hard.
Very hard. Yeah. I will say that, very hard. Losing your mom as a young teenager, and you never, especially when she does all the things for you, she gets everything for you. You have to be strong on your own, because everybody can't be there for you at the time, because people do also have their own struggles as well. You have to keep striving and all. And it has a way of shaping your resilient skills as well. So I have to develop those resilient skills. So that really helps me. That resilient skills really help me to see myself as a light. I see myself as someone who has the drive, who has the power to keep moving irrespective of, any challenges and roadblock as well. So, losing her was a turning point, making me to keep developing myself, keep believing in myself, and keep knowing that God truly loves me, and has really helped me to develop that resilient skills, to keep striving and to keep believing in myself.
Absolutely. I absolutely walk in that, and I say that to myself every morning, sometimes with tears and sometimes with, a smile. But the fact is that
you're not alone. People do that as well.
Right. The truth of it is that no matter what we look at, where we are, there's a future and a hope for it, right?
Exactly.
For us. So share some of the challenges and how you overcame that, as you're writing this book, or even your life experiences that may have affected your writing.
Yeah, so as an immigrant, there's a lot of challenges immigrant face as well. Using myself as a case study, coming from a different country where you were born, you come here, learn and unlearn. So there are a lot of challenges that I've also faced as well as an immigrant in
Yes.
this place as well. Trying to get a job, trying to
Build a community.
try to be yourself, try to relate with people. There are all roadblocks that comes along the way as well. So those are one of those challenges I also faced, and I also wrote this book. It was also part of the insight I shared on the book as well. So in terms of writing this book, it takes a lot of focus and it takes a lot of discipline. There's so many distraction out there in the
quiet
world.
time, I was going to say that, yeah.
So many distraction out there, and so many things. Being with your phone can cause a lot of distraction. Being with different apps in there, you want to see what's going on, what's not going on. Those things can be distraction. So what I really did is I had a timetable for it. I have a timetable. I looked for a designated place where I could write. I could be very creative, because writing entails you being creative. You have to be in a particular spot, particular way where those insights can come into place.
Right, can pull out of you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where the universe can send you, like I'm a practicing Christian. When I call, like, when the Holy Spirit sends those nuggets to you, you need to put those things out. You have to be in the very place
to be able to receive that.
Exactly. You have to be in an environment. There has to be a particular aura that can make those things come to you. So I was able to locate those, that's particular place where I could write. I had a daily count of words that I need to write every day. I have to juggle that between work.
Worked.
Yeah, it worked. I have to juggle that with work as well. And I've sacrificed some vacations, missing out with people, trying to stay away some things that will take off time from the writing this book as well. So it's more about discipline, more about being focused, be consistent, and the drive, and knowing what you really want as well.
Right. But when we think about your readers, who would this best, your book benefit? Right? Like, who are you thinking of when you're writing this? I know yourself, right? But also when you're encouraging other people, who benefits from unleashing your inner power?
So I will say that our young adults,
yes,
as a young adult from 18 year about, like young adults and adults
those
as
who
well.
Start figuring out their life.
Exactly. So whether you're trying to getting a job, trying to figure yourself, trying to know the kind of environment that fits you, trying to move into a new place, new work culture, or you're trying to get a great relationship, or you want to be in a great cycle, this book is for you as well. So it's recommended for younger adult as well. There's basically tips and insight that we all do know, but most times during those whole roadblocks, we tend to forget them.
Don't put it into practice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this book is just more like a reminder that these tips truly works if you really put them into place as well, and also remind you that those challenges are just temporary.
Right.
They'll leave. They'll go. They're not forever.
So I see the underlined caption that says a roadmap to self-discovery and regrowth. So for those people who are either starting over again, right, whether there is a loss and now they're a widow or widower, or for those people who are, who just made up in their mind, I'm going to take a different career path. These are all new things because now you're reconfiguring your life. So what do you say to those individuals when it comes to this book?
Say that they should keep striving.
Yes.
They should keep being the best version of themselves, and they should keep, keep being in the circle where they can. Keep being in the circle where they'll keep pouring on your cup. You need to be in an environment, be with people that keep pouring on your cup as well, so your cup can run it over. Because if you don't, you get dry, and it's always very personal to always take good care of yourself. Remember yourself. Be kind to yourself. And practice kindness as well. Because when you practice I want people to be kind to me, but most times still is a law. You have to give and get. You have to put it out there, because kindness is the only language that we humans understand, even without speaking a word.
That's right.
Irrespective of your background, your orientation, wherever you are, you have to keep practicing it as well. So this book helps you to practice kindness, practice gratitude. A lot of people complain a lot.
I did.
You have to keep, practicing gratitude. As you're practicing gratitude, the universe that say you're really grateful. They bring more to you as well. So that's basically what.
So can I go to your book for 1 second and quote you? Whenever you're feeling down, make a list of things that you have and are grateful for. You will be amazed at how quickly your mindset starts shifting. This approach truly works. Gratitude is the key to living a healthy lifestyle. Those are words of wisdom jumping off that page. When you hear me say that, what does that remind you of as you were writing this, I guess?
Well, because because it's something that I practice a lot as well.
Right.
So whenever maybe I may be feeling down as well, or feeling, I'm not getting something that I truly want, write those things that God has given to me.
Reminders.
Exactly. So when I do that, I am truly blessed. Oh my goodness, I have this.
Yeah.
When you do that, it shifts you. It takes you from that's sad mood,
Woe is me,
that's
into
weak mood, and move you and empower you and
Right,
force
absolutely.
you. I am really blessed. Yeah.
I love that. I love your energy. What do you hope readers will take from reading your book, Unleashing Your Inner Power? What do you hope for that?
Well, I would say that for most people who I've read, they'll keep getting back to me and tell me, "Oh, Jane, I have a different mindset now. My drive has changed, and now I want to practice gratitude more." But to me, I would say that it will help to sharpen your resilient skills. One's resilient skills. It sharpens your drive. Yes, I know everybody do have a drive, but at times circumstances can make it. It can
Heavy.
tamper with it as well and reduce it as well. So it sharpens your drive. It sharpens the way you see yourself. It sharpens the way you see yourself. You have to see yourself as a light first before people could acknowledge that you're a light.
Walk me through, if you want to, practices or exercises in your book for individuals who, you want to encourage to build their inner strength and inner power. Is there something that we can do as individuals to do that? Like, what would you have me exercise if I was somebody that you're looking upon to encourage? How would that look like? Or what would you want me to exercise or try to practice?
First, it has to do with your thoughts. Your thoughts has to align with what you really want. So you have to keep always seeing yourself as a light. Keep seeing yourself as a positive being.
Yes.
Because you can say you want positive things and you remain in negativity. You do all that, you have negative energy. So you have to be positive as well. Because that's how you can empower yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's how you can empower people around you. That's how you can keep filling your cup.
Yes.
And secondly as well, you also have to master acceptance of failure. People don't like the word, failure, you fail at this, at this. People that will see, entrepreneurs that will see who are doing fantastic, very well, coaches, individuals that big names that we hear in the world are doing very well, they have failed multiple times. When you hear the stories, they tell you how they have failed multiple times. So we need to accept that failure is part of life as well. It's not you failing, it's you'll be able to bounce back for failure that really matters. It's not about what really happens to you. It's what you're doing at the situations, how your attitude shaping you, shaping people around you, and what you've learned as well. And finally, taking good care of yourself. You have to take good care of yourself because you have to take good care of yourself. That's how you can be a blessing to people. That's how you can empower people around you. You can empower your spouse, empower your children, your local community, your relatives and all. You have to take good care of yourself, starting from what you eat, your diet, which is what you eat as well, exercising, training your mindset.
Mental health.
Exactly. What do you feed? Not just only the physical food, what you feed your mindset as well. That's really very powerful.
I applaud you. And I'm very proud of this book, having read through it, and also proud of your accomplishments. And I think you turned out beautifully. Your mother would be absolutely proud of you.
Thank
you.
And
can you tell our audience where they can find you? Where can they find your work?
Yes. So my book, Unleashing Your Inner Power, A Roadmap to Self-Discovery and Growth, can be found on Amazon worldwide, America, US, UK, Australia, Europe, everywhere basically where you can get Amazon Marketplace, you can find my book. It's on now, it comes in e-copy format or also paper as well, paper copy as well. So please get my book. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Jane. I very much appreciate it. This was a lot of information, but a lot of good information, a lot of positive information. And we hope that you would come on the show again when you bring out your next book. I'm going to speak that into you right now.
I receive it.
I've had the pleasure of conversing with Jane Harold, an established author and a speaker whose latest work has earned a spot on the esteemed Amazon bestsellers list. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to